Your hips is what's causing your lower back pain, and that's why you haven't been able to alleviate it yet. Let me teach you how to fix your lower back pain. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken, your sports chiropractor and certified athletic trainer, and today we're going to be going over part 1, which is the mobility or the stretching of our hips to get rid of our lower back pain. So a lot of my patients have come in with lower back pain, experiencing some tension and achiness and sometimes shooting pain down the leg. And we always try to look at our lower back first, but in fact it's coming from our hips. So here's a few stretches and mobility exercises that will help you get out of your lower back pain. The first exercise for our hips to get rid of our lower back pain is going to be this one simple stretch. What we're going to be doing is bringing our right leg up almost like you're doing a knee hug. Now this in itself is actually a great stretch. However, we're gonna aim the knee to our opposite shoulder. So because we're using our right leg, we're gonna aim this knee towards our left shoulder. You can see that this leg is diagonally across, aiming towards the left shoulder. We wanna hold this for about 15 to 30 seconds and do it a total of 5 times. What we're trying to do is we're trying to stretch out this entire outer glute, which sometimes can cause a lot of tension, especially if we're sitting. Now, when this happens, it starts to again pull on our lower back, and that's why we can get rid of our lower back pain by stretching out this glute area. This next stretch is going to be more for the hip joint itself. So if you can kind of get a picture of your hip socket and our hip joint like this, we're aiming to mobilize this hip joint so that you can reduce the tension in our lower back. And this is how you do it. We're gonna bring this left leg up, just like that. We're gonna cross our right leg over our left knee. When we do that, you know to stretch, but what we're trying to do is push this knee down as far as you can and lock out our elbows. Now when we do this, you're gonna feel a deep stretch right in this hip socket and hip joint, and that's the deep stretch that we're going for. A lot of times when our hip joint, this joint is not moving or one direction is stuck, it will compensate on our lower back and cause you the lower back pain. So by doing this stretch for the hip joint so that it moves better, you can get rid of your lower back pain. We want to hold this, elbows locked out, for about 15 to 30 seconds. And again, you're gonna hit it at least 5 times. So once you finish on one side, we always want to stretch out both hips. So then we're gonna flip around and do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Bring this left foot over the right knee, push and lock out our elbows and really extend out to feel that hip joint kind of open up, and that's the sensation that we're looking for. You'll feel a deep stretch, and after you do this stretch and walk around, you'll notice that our lower back pain and tension is going to come down. This next stretch is going to be again for our hips, but it's going to be the outside of our hips. This stretch we're going to be doing standing, and we're going to bring the affected side on the back side. So for in this case scenario, it's going to be the right side is on the back side. So we're going to step forward with our left foot to keep the affected side on the back side. Now I want you to pay attention to the toes. We want to internally rotate our front foot and internally rotate our back foot. So it's going to be almost like this scissor stance like this. Then I want you to shift the weight towards our heels, and then you are going to rotate to the affected side. Now you should feel a nice and deep stretch right around here, and if you don't, then try this out. I want you to keep your weight on the heels, stay rotated, and now I want you to squeeze your quads and your glutes. Then you will accentuate this deep hip stretch, and this is going to now release the tension on our hips and alleviate our lower back pain. Let's try it out on the opposite side. So let's say our left side is the affected side. Remember, left side has to stay back. So we're gonna step forward with our right foot. Again, pay attention to the foot. It should be rotated in, and the back foot also should be rotated in. Then we're gonna rotate towards the affected side, just like so. And then you're gonna squeeze the quads and the glutes, and you should feel a nice deep stretch on that hip. And again, you wanna hold this for 15 to 30 seconds, and then do it a total of 5 times. Try it out. I hope you found value to this video. If you have any questions, please comment them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember, we have part 2 of the strengthening of our hips to get rid of our lower back pain, which is in fact more important than the stretching. So make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you're notified once that video comes out. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Aloha.